there has been a lot of write-ups, a lot of misconceptions, that has been going around the Nigerian press and even the national television stations about the Honorable Minister, Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawalle. So the essence of this press briefing actually is to clarify the facts about all these misconceptions on Honorable Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawalle. And I have already issued to you the text of this press briefing, which I'm going to read to you. Members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, our attention has been drawn to a series of allegations and outright falsehoods circulated in the media regarding the Honorable Minister of State for Defense, Honorable Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawalle Maradun. We have observed that these claims originate primarily from political rivals and detractors whose motives appear rooted in unbridled envy and resentment. We equally believe two recent developments triggered this wave of information, one of which is His Excellency's recent successful visit to Zamfara State, which brought renewed hope and tangible benefits to the people of Zamfara State. And the second is probably his remarkable achievements in the Ministry of Defense, which have earned him commendation nationwide and globally, and some people are not really happy about it. So although Honorable Matawalle himself did not wish for any response to these misguided attacks, we consider it necessary to clarify the facts before these untruths multiply and mislead unsuspecting members of the public. Gentlemen of the press, as the saying goes, a lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoes. Yet, we must remember that lies often require a chain of more lies to survive, but ultimately, truth prevails and falsehood inevitably collapses. On the false claims about educational qualifications, the allegation that Honorable Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawalle lacks the educational requirements for ministerial appointments isn't only unfounded, but glaringly fabricated. He did not only meet the educational requirements, but had also been screened by the Senate, a process which ensured he satisfactorily met all requirements of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for appointment to the position of the minister. Those peddling these claims deliberately overlooked the essential truths, competence, experience, and leadership skills, which are often more impactful than certificates alone in actual performance and service delivery. Honorable Matawalle has consistently demonstrated these attributes from his early career as a classroom teacher to his current role as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. On the misleading assertions that he must be a soldier to serve as a minister of defense, or somebody must be a soldier before he serves under the Ministry of Defense as minister. Another misconception being pushed into the public space is the notion that he should not serve as a Minister of State for Defense because he is not a member of the armed forces. This argument is baseless and historically inaccurate. Nigeria has had several ministers of defense who were not soldiers, yet they served with distinction. Civilian leadership in defense is neither new nor unusual in our democratic settings. On the attempts to misinterpret his security approach as governor, during his tenure as executive governor of Zamfara State, Honorable Matawalle deployed both non-kinetic and kinetic strategies to combat banditry and kidnapping. While genuine stakeholders recognize these efforts, political opponents choose to misrepresent his actions, falsely linking him to the very criminals he thought to bring to justice. Immediately after the collapse of the non-kinetic approach, the state government enforced emergency measures which were adopted by the neighboring states of Kaduna, Katsina, Kebbi, Niger, and Sokoto states with reasonable impact on combating insecurity not only in the Zamfara state but in all its neighbors. We remember during this time when he was governor, Matawalle at one time suspended the network services so that informants do not have any means of connecting with the bandits or kidnappers. There is no way they can negotiate with bandits as a result of the network cut and cannot coordinate attacks because network services has been cut in Zamfara state for 2 or 3 months. Two, there has also been the close down of all forests in Zamfara. Even trucks conveying firewoods that were noticed to be conveying some food and some other items to the bandits were banned from supplying, woods and firewoods to the entire Zamfara state. This is also another measure, so that connection with the bandits is seriously checked. And also there is this close down of all filling stations in Zamfara, especially those that are close to the borders, so that the bandits can be denied, having fuel. All these things are the non-kinetic measures which were taken by the former governor so that, this issue of banditry can be combated in Zamfara state. In order to ensure that the full impacts of the measures were realized, he worked tirelessly, often appealing for the intervention of relevant federal authorities to restore peace in a region severely affected by insecurity. Now, a call for responsible conduct. Insecurity should never be politicized. It is a national challenge that demands unity, cooperation, and sincerity of purpose. Rather than spreading misinformation, we urge all meaning Nigerians to join hands in supporting every genuine effort aimed at ending the criminality affecting our dear nation. With this few remarks, these are just some of the issues we wanted to raise and to clarify certain misinformations going about the Honorable Minister. The Honorable Minister has been doing his best, and that is why in just some few days ago, the Minister was in Kebbi, where attempts was made and the students of the Maga Government Girls Secondary School were also rescued, which was his efforts. Other similar students have also been rescued when he was governor. So all these things should be appreciated. People should never think that because of political misgivings, people can just talk out anything about Bello Matawalle. Bello Matawalle, as Minister of Defense, has been doing his best, and that is why up till now, the President of the Federal Republic has found him, worthy of serving the country. You remember at one time the Office of the National Security Advisor also clarified this issue, and Ononuga issued a press statement about what people think about Matawalle, about his connections with bandits and all that. So all these issues have been clarified. It's just that some people are trying to be mischievous about it. And Bello Matawalle will continue to be a minister as long as the president wants him to be there. So thank you so much. He was nominated by the president to go to Kebbi to ensure that students that were kidnapped by the bandits were released. And within just 3-5 days, Bello Matawalle was able to secure the release of those kids. There are other students still in captivity, and other people have been sent to rescue them, but no success has been recorded so far. Probably will advise the president that let Matawalle go there. I think in the few days' time, those students will also be released. So what we are saying is that governance is not only about being fully educated or a professor or a doctor. You have to be tactful, you have to be intelligent, and you have to be able to navigate your way, just like Matawalle is doing. because Matawalle has been able, look, Matawalle has secured the release of so many students, even in Katsina, about 340, if you remember, Kankara students. He was the person who secured their release. There are also others in Jangebi in Zamfara State. So what we are saying is that Bello Matawalle is intelligent enough, to be the Minister of Defense, and that is why he is recording these successes. But we are happy that a new minister has also been appointed so that they can join hands with Matawalle to ensure that we also have confidence in Christopher Musa. We have known him to be a very hard-working soldier. He has been so committed since all his years of service, and we are sure if he joins hands with Matawalle, certain successes, more successes will be recorded in the Ministry of Defense, inshallah. You see, for the last 9 years in Zamfara, in Nigeria, we have not had any Minister of State for Defense for the last 9 years. Only recently when Matawalle was appointed to be the Minister of State, and you can see what actions he has been able to achieve, what achievements he has been able to record, in this last 2 years that he has been there. So at one time, Shinkafi Shamba was the chairman of this disarmament committee in Zamfara during the time of Bello Matawalle. He was the person collecting guns from bandits, and he was also he was made the chairman of the disarmament committee formed by the governor. Probably because things now fall apart with him, he just chose the way he is talking about Bello Matawalle. But I'm telling you, all this, they are fabricated lies about Matawalle. We know him to be a very committed person. Even when he was governor, we know, for almost 1.5 years in Zamfara, there wasn't any banditry issue in Zamfara when he was governor. Only that later, when probably the number of the bandits increased, and some governors were not willing, to talk to them so that these issues can be addressed and finished once and for all. And that is why it also resurfaced again, and now we're in the problem that we are. But despite that, I think Matawalle has done his best, in the area of security, even in the area of, seeing that this banditry is ended in Nigeria. We only hope and pray that with the coming of the new minister, they will join hands together and see that all this banditry issue is forgotten in Nigeria. And I'm sure they have the commitment to do that. Just pray. This is politics time, and people can easily try to spoil your name or try to finish your political career by peddling lies. But they've been found to be lies, and Bello Matawalle will continue. Remember, Bello Matawalle was in the National Assembly for 12 years, and all these allegations didn't come up. Only that he has now been a minister for 2 years, and he's recording some successes that people are trying to smear his name, in one way or another, so that probably the president will say, Matawalle, we are tired of you, you can go now. And that has never been reached yet. Bello Matawalle is not the only minister, and he has been doing his best. Why are they not talking about other ministers? Only Matawalle, always Matawalle. And all these things come from the Zamfara State governor, who is always on the media, trying to smear his name and to try to see that Bello Matawalle is no more a minister because of the political, clout that he has in Zamfara State. He knows that if Matawalle is given the ticket to contest for the elections in APC, he will surely beat the PDP hands down in Zamfara State. So that is just his fears.